The sun painted the Seoul skyline with its golden brush, bathing the city in a warm glow. Bayan, a lively and kind-hearted woman, felt a pang of sadness as she looked around the lavish living room of her distant and aloof billionaire husband, Jungkook. She had always longed for a loving family, but ever since their arranged marriage, Jungkook had kept her at arm's length, barely acknowledging her existence. Mummy, can I ask you something? Bayan's little daughter, Ji-hye, tugged at her skirt, her curious eyes shining with hope. Of course, my darling Ji-hye. What's on your mind? Bayan answered, bending down to hug her precious child. Ji-hye bit her lip, her small hands playing with her hair. Mummy, I want a sibling. Can you and Daddy make me a baby brother or sister? Bayan felt a surge of emotion and she looked at Jungkook, who was sitting on the sofa working on his laptop. She knew that he had made it clear that he didn't want any more children, but she couldn't ignore her daughter's heartfelt wish. She cleared her thought, hoping to get his attention. Jungkook, Jagi, can we talk for a minute? He glanced at her briefly, his expression cold and indifferent. What is it? She swallowed hard, trying to muster up some courage. Ji-hye has something to ask you. He raised an eyebrow, his gaze shifting to Ji-hye. What do you want, baby? Ji-hye smiled nervously, clutching Bayan's hand. Daddy, I want a sibling. Please make me one. Jungkook's face hardened and he shut down his laptop. No, absolutely not. We're not having any more children. End of the discussion. He got up from his chair and walked out of the room, leaving Bayan and Ji-hye stunned and hurt. Bayan bit her lip, gathering all her courage as she walked towards Jungkook. He was sitting working on his PC as usual. She wondered if he ever noticed anything else. Her heart was pounding in her chest, but she had to do this for Ji-hye, for herself. Jungkook, can we talk? He glanced up at her. His eyes were cold and distant. His face showed no interest. What is it, Bayan? She reached for his hand, but he pulled it away. She swallowed hard, fighting back the tears. About Jihae, she said, her voice shaky. She came to me today again and asked me why she doesn't have a brother or a sister. She said she feels lonely, Jungkook. She wants a sibling. Jungkook sighed, rubbing his temples. He looked at her with a mix of annoyance and pity. Ryan, we've been over this 1,000 times. I don't want any more kids. We have enough on our plate as it is. We have a beautiful daughter, a nice mansion, a wonderful income. What more do you need? Ryan felt a surge of anger and frustration. How could he be so blind? How could he not see what she and Jihae needed? It's not about what I need, Jungkook. It's about what we want, what we feel. Don't you love Jihae? Don't you want her to be happy? Don't you want us to be happy? Jungkook shook his head, his voice rising. Of course, I love Jihae. Of course, I want her to be happy. But I don't see how having another child will make any difference. It will only make things harder for us. More worries, more responsibilities, more stress. We're fine the way we are, Ryan. Why can't you accept that? Ryan couldn't take it anymore, her eyes blazing with tears. Because it's not enough for me, Jungkook. Because I want more than this. I want a family, a real family, one that is full of love and laughter and warmth, one that grows and changes and supports each other, one that is alive, Jungkook, not this dead end. She ran out of the room, leaving Jungkook speechless on the chair. Vine locked herself in the bedroom, sobbing into her pillow. She couldn't believe Jungkook had said those things to her. How could he be so cold and insensitive? How could he not understand her feelings? She loved him, but she also wanted more. She wanted a bigger family, a happier family. She wanted Jihae to have a sibling, someone to play with and confide in. She wanted Jungkook to be more involved, more affectionate, more alive. Was that too much to ask? She heard a knock on the door, followed by Jungkook's voice. Ryan, please open the door. Let's talk about this. She ignored him, burying her face deeper into the pillow. She didn't want to talk to him. She didn't want to hear his excuses or his apologies. She was tired of his words. She wanted action. Ryan, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I love you. You know that? I don't know. I'm scared, okay? I'm scared of having another child. I'm scared of failing as a father, as a husband. I'm scared of losing you. Ryan felt a pang in her heart. She knew Jungkook had his own fears and insecurities. She knew he had a hard time experiencing his emotions. She knew he loved her and Jihae in his own way. But she also knew that love wasn't enough. They needed to communicate, to compromise, to grow together. They needed to face their fears and overcome them. She got up from the bed and walked towards the door. She opened it slowly, looking at Jungkook's face. He looked nervous and guilty, but also hopeful and sincere. Jungkook, she said softly. He reached for her hand, holding it gently. He seemed to really look at her. For the first time in ages, he noticed the love and longing in her eyes, the sincerity and warmth in her voice. He felt a twinge of guilt and regret. Ryan, I'm sorry, I've been so stubborn about this. Jungkook said, his voice cracking slightly. I know you want another child, but I've always been afraid of the risks and challenges. But maybe I've been missing out on something more important. Vine felt a surge of relief and joy. Hearing Jungkook's words, she wrapped her arms around him, pulling him into a hug. Jungkook, thank you for being honest with me. I know it's not easy for you to open up, but please, let's give this a chance. Let's think about what a sibling could mean for Jihae, for us. Jungkook hugged Ryan back, feeling a mix of emotions. He was nervous and anxious, but also curious and hopeful. He wondered what it would be like to have another child, to see Jihae's face light up with happiness, to share more memories and moments with Ryan. He realized he had been too closed off and rigid, too afraid of change and growth. He decided to give himself a chance to change. Ryan, I love you, and I love Jihae, and I want us to be happy, so I'm willing to try. I'm willing to consider having another child. But I need your help. I need your support. I need your patience. Vine smiled, tears of joy in her eyes. She kissed Jungkook softly, feeling his warmth and sincerity. She felt a new spark in their relationship, a new hope for their future. Jungkook, I love you too, and I'm here for you always. We'll do this together. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. They held each other tightly, feeling a new bond between them. Meanwhile, Jihae was peeking through the door, watching her parents with a smile on her face. She whispered to herself, maybe I'll get a brother or a sister soon. A few months later, Ryan and Jungkook were sitting in the doctor's office waiting for the results of Ryan's pregnancy test. They were both nervous and excited, hoping for good news. The doctor came in, smiling broadly. Congratulations, you're pregnant. Ryan and Jungkook gasped, their eyes wide with disbelief and joy. They hugged each other, laughing and crying at the same time. Thank you, doctor. Thank you so much, Ryan said, her voice full of gratitude. You're very welcome. You're about 6 weeks along, and everything looks normal and healthy. Do you want to know the gender? The doctor asked. Ryan and Jungkook looked at each other, nodding eagerly. Yes, please. The doctor smiled again, handing them a small envelope. Here you go, it's a surprise. Ryan and Jungkook thanked the doctor again, then left the office. They got into their car, holding the envelope in their hands. Are you ready? Jungkook asked Ryan, his voice trembling with anticipation. Ryan nodded, her heart racing. Yes, let's do this. They opened the envelope together, pulling out a small card. They read the card aloud, their eyes widening with shock and delight. It's twins! Wine and Jungkook couldn't believe their eyes. They were having twins. They felt a wave of emotions from happiness and wonder to fear and anxiety. They wondered how they would cope with two babies, how Ji-hye would react, how their lives would change. They decided to keep the news a secret for a while until they were ready to share it with their family and friends. They wanted to enjoy this moment, just the two of them. They drove home, holding hands and smiling. They felt closer than ever, united by this miracle. They arrived at their house, where Ji-hye was waiting for them. She ran to greet them, hugging them tightly. Mummy, Daddy, why you went to see the doctor? Are you okay? She asked, her eyes full of concern. Wyan and Jungkook smiled at her, ruffling her hair. We're fine, sweetie. We have some news for you. Ji-hye looked at them curiously, sensing something was up. What is it? She asked. Wyan and Jungkook exchanged glances, then took a deep breath. Ji-hye, you're going to be a big sister, Wyan said softly. Ji-hye's eyes widened, her mouth dropping open. Really? She asked, her voice barely audible. Wyan and Jungkook nodded, their eyes shining with love. Really? Jungkook said gently. Ji-hye squealed, jumping up and down. She hugged her parents again, then kissed Wyan's belly. I'm so happy. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Daddy, she said, her voice full of joy. Wyan and Jungkook laughed, tears in their eyes. They hugged Ji-hye back, feeling a new warmth in their hearts. They were happy too. They were happy beyond words. The day finally arrived when Wyan went into labor. She and Jungkook rushed to the hospital, leaving Ji-hye with her grandparents. They were both nervous and excited, ready to meet their babies. The delivery was long and difficult, but Wyan was strong and brave. She pushed with all her might, with Jungkook by her side, holding her hand and cheering her on. After several hours of pain and sweat, Wyan gave birth to two healthy and beautiful babies, a boy and a girl. They cried loudly, announcing their arrival to the world. Wyan and Jungkook cried too, tears of joy and relief. They held their babies in their arms, feeling their warmth and heartbeat. They looked at each other, smiling through their tears. We did it, Wyan said softly. We did it, Jungkook echoed. They kissed gently, then kissed their babies. They whispered their names, the ones they had chosen with Ji-hye's help. Welcome to the world, Jihoon and Jihu. The The twins opened their eyes, looking at their parents with curiosity and wonder. They cooked softly, reaching for their faces. Ryan and Jungkook felt a surge of love and happiness. They felt complete. They were a family of five. Ji-hye came to the hospital with her grandparents. She was eager to see her parents and her new siblings. She had been waiting for this moment for so long. She entered the room where Ryan and Jungkook were resting on the bed, holding the twins. They smiled when they saw her, their eyes full of love. Ji-hye, come here. We have someone we want you to meet, Ryan said softly. Ji-hye ran to the bed, climbing on it carefully. She looked at the twins, her eyes wide with awe and delight. They're so cute. They're so tiny, she exclaimed. Ryan and Jungkook chuckled, feeling proud and happy. Ji-hye, these are your brother and sister, Jihoon and Jihu. They are your twins, Jungkook said gently. Ji-hye gasped, her mouth forming an O. My twins? I have twins? She asked, amazed. Ryan and Jungkook nodded, their smiles growing wider. Yes, you do. And they are very lucky to have you as their big sister, Ryan said warmly. Ji-hye felt a warm glow in her chest. She felt special and important. She leaned closer, looking at the twins' faces. She noticed they had similar features, but also some difference. Jihoon had Jungkook's eyes and nose, but Ryan's hair and lips. Jihu had Ryan's eyes and nose, but Jungkook's hair and lips. They were both adorable. Hi Jihoon. Hi Jihu. I'm Ji-hye. I'm your big sister. I'm so happy to meet you, she said softly, touching their cheeks gently. The twins stared, sensing her presence. They opened their eyes, looking at her with curiosity and wonder. They cooked softly, reaching for her fingers. Ji-hye giggled, feeling their touch. She felt a bond with them, a connection that was strong and deep. She looked at her parents who were watching her with love and pride. I love them, she said sincerely. Ryan and Jungkook hugged her, feeling their hearts swell with joy. We love them too, and we love you. They cuddled together on the hospital bed, feeling the warmth and happiness of their family. They were complete. They were happy beyond words. Your mind will always believe everything you tell it. Feed it hope, feed it truth, feed it with love.